All right, this is session recap for the second day of February. And this morning we were watching as the dollar continued its march up the hill. And there we go, still moving. Watch this 99.05 area right here. We're at 98.71. So, another 30, 40 pips, and this might be done for the day to the upside. It looks like we got a 1, we got a 2, we're in a 3 wave. All right, so we got a 1, we got a 2, we're in a 3 wave. So when it hits up here, there's a high probability it's going to do a 4 wave and then a 5th wave up there. All right, so be careful when it gets here. All right, expect everything to flip. It may not do that. It may do it here. It may do it here. I don't know where it's going to do it, but it's going to pull back down and get a 4th wave. All right, why is that? Because we're at the top of a 3 wave. Professional traders won't trade there. All right, they won't take positions at the top of a 3 wave. They'll take it at the bottom of a 4th wave, though. All right, so be aware of that. So, but right now we're going up, and that means euro dollar to the downside, which we can now trade. Hooray! All right, and euro dollar just shy of target right now. Nobody grabbed that this morning. It was pretty tough to trade unless you did entry orders, and down we went. And here it is at 17.84 is the target today. Pound dollar, all right, pound dollar, and it went down to the pip to its ATR. No problem. We couldn't get this one either because it already did a big move right there. You might have had a chance there, but I don't think it's 55 pips. All right. So where did it go? To the ATR. All right. You can trade dollar Swissy now. Hooray. We already did our target and we're still working because the dollar is a base currency. So this is why the ATRs are rising on dollar Swissy, because the dollar is going up. And that's why they're rising. All right. So the target now is a 1.618. Now tonight, I'd certainly look for up here at 78.38, right up here. Excuse me, 79.38. All right. All right, over to dollar yen. We're in this trade live this morning, and it's got a little bit left to go. Take it down to a 60. A little bit more to go here. Looking for 158.06. Tonight, we're going to look for this day chart top at 157.89 up in there. Big trade up there. Still can't trade Aussie dollar and New Zealand dollar. Euro yen is a real estate of the week trade. We're looking to come down to 175.41 and probably 175 even down here. All right, so there we go. And this morning our target is down here, and it's just not going. I don't know why. It's just not going. Target today is 182.95, holding for 182.87 right down here. All right, then we'll see tonight. All right, watch this tonight. I'd look for the double bottom over here at 181.80 area. All right. Donnie, remember, if you get trade 1 on, do not take it off. Leave it on. Yeah, but it might go against me. That's why they're tough to trade initially until you get used to that. But you got to get used to that. All right. We're looking for a breakout here. If we ever get one, our target this morning is 210.85. Tonight I'll look for this triple bottom down here at the 1.618 at 209. 209.92. Over to Aussie yen. Aussie yen went up today to its target and then right up to the 618. If it just doesn't make a lot of sense. All right, so I'd leave this as a box, a big Darvas box. Okay. Now the fortunate thing is we might be able to carry this back. Let's hope we can. All right, so it's a Darvas box here, but this whole thing is a Darvas box. You see this? All right, so all the way back here, this is a big Darvas box. All right. So it's at the top. It's at the top. It's at the top. All right. So watch for it to turn to the downside. All right. You already got divergence in play right here, as you can see. All right. So watch for it to turn to the downside. That would make sense with dollar going up. However, if they think that dollar is going to reverse and go down, they're in position to do that move right there. So just stay out of these yens for a little bit until you get more confirmation on that stuff. All right, because they could be in transition. Euro Aussie did what it's supposed to do. Down it goes. Follow going against the dollar right now. We already did target here. I'd look for this double bottom down here tonight. This one down here at 68.88 area and hold for 68.64. Dollar Swissy, also the real estate of the week trade. Huge monster, 830 pips to the downside there, folks. That's a big opportunity. If we can break in this area, I'll put the channel on, but right now I don't have a good angle on it. Then I'll get a good angle by breaking this area here. All right, so we already hit target today. Tonight we'll look for this fib down here at 197.33. Pound Aussie. All right, Pound Aussie came back through. We finally got our breakout here. It already did its ATR, so it's not tradable this morning. But tonight I'd look for the 1,000 down here, which is a big trade here, as you can see right there. All right, and heck, you may go over the 1270. That's a little bit too far for it, but you never know. You're in New Zealand, all right, and you're in New Zealand. We're trying to go down. I'll get rid of this. All right, trying to go down. We went to target this morning. Tonight, I would certainly look for the 618 down here at 95.75. All right, don't forget, non-farm payroll this week. Everything's going to move early. All right, Pound New Zealand. We're already going to target, as you can see. And, no, we haven't yet. Yeah, we have. All right, so sorry. All right, so tonight I'd look for the 1.618 at 24.88. New Zealand yen. All right, New Zealand yen got a little bit left here, and this is a tough trade for New Zealand yen to the upside because this is a day chart top. Then you got another day chart top up here. I guess I'll move this up, and that'll make it easier for me to see it. All right. But you got a 618. This is a big wide open space here, but getting to that spot is going to be tough. So wait for 5 o'clock, get a new ATR, see where that lines up, and maybe you'll have an opportunity. Can't trade Aussie Swissy or Aussie New Zealand. We can trade Pound Swissy and went to target and continued on up to the 1,000. Wonder why we say hold for the 1,000 when you hit the ATR. That's why right there. Okay. Watch for a pullback and then go again and look for the 1.618 tonight. All right, which is a nice trade on Pound Swissy. It's not a big ATR, but it's got a decent one now. All right, so there we go. All righty.